I hate when people say this to justify white queer people co-opting black language because there is a trove of linguistic innovation in queer communities that isn't tied to AAVE. And by acting like it doesn't exist and that these people just have to use AAVE, you're doing a disservice to that history. The first example that comes to mind is Polari, a slang register of English employed by queer people and sex workers in mid-20th century England. It's a slang dialect of English that employs a lot of loanwords from Italian, Romani, and Cockney rhyming slang. If you don't know, Cockney rhyming slang is when a word is replaced by part of a phrase that in its entirety rhymes with the original word. So Tom as a stand-in for jewelry because it rhymed with tomfoolery. Polari would also often use inverted gender pronouns and feminized masculine names and vice versa. The thing is, Polari was originally developed so that queer people could communicate covertly without alerting the police, but now there's less of a need for that, especially in England, and so it's fallen out of fashion. But a lot of words that originated in Polari have since entered the mainstream queer lexicon, like camp, trade, and butch. And Polari was quite popular in its peak. It appeared in a BBC radio show and in an episode of Doctor Who in the 70s. In Anthony Burgess' novel A Clockwork Orange and the Stanley Kubrick film of the same name, the characters communicate in a slang register called NADSAT, and it's widely believed that NADSAT was partially based on Polari. And it makes a lot of sense. They both employ heavy Cockney rhyming slang, and Burgess lived in England, so he definitely heard of Polari.